Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to more CCS Season 5 action presented by a couple different founding sponsors here at the Collegiate Conference Series, and joined by Fox. We got Utah taking on Rutgers in an early afternoon Saturday game before our Sideline Sports Invitational kicks off later tonight. Fox, how's it going, Fox? Fox is muted. He's not here.
No, Fox is here. Fox is here. I was adjusting something and I didn't want to blow everyone's ears out. Happy Saturday to you, Nation, as well as everybody here. I'm seeing a lot of chat support for Brand J. It looks like the viewers are ready to go. The players are ready to go. Rutgers was just a tiny bit tardy, but that's okay. We will let them in as it is within the frame of the rules. And Nation, I think we're ready to go with Utah rocking the gray and Rutgers will be in the red. Here on your screen, Utah's missing a player. He's on, and we are underway.
Utah unbeaten after a 3-0 victory over Miami. Rutgers 1-3, 0-1 after a 3-1 loss to Florida International. We're going to get back on the win column this afternoon. Utah trying to remain unbeaten with a quality victory here over the Scarlet Knights of Rutgers from Brunswick, New Jersey.
Absolutely. Maybe the players from Rutgers were going to some of those food trucks that are at Rutgers. I know that from Man vs. Food, they look delicious, so hopefully they were enjoying that. Hopefully they're fueled up. They're going to have to reach up and make a save here. The rebound available, and it's going to be Bonds cashing in on that one as the save there from NP. It worked just for a moment, but the rebound was just too juicy.
The Utes going to strike first, just 32 seconds. Foxy liked the look early. I mean, Utah took control of that possession right after the kickoff, found the numbers advantage the other way, and just see a common display by the defense, and Utah took advantage of the situation, and all of a sudden 1-0.
Yeah, they've been sitting in lobby for a few minutes, no free play, nothing like that to keep warm, and a confident start like this obviously is going to do wonders for you as a team and as the players themselves. All confidence all around, and now Rutgers on the back heel. They find themselves trailing 1-0 early. Aquario to the corner. Is it Aquario or Aquario? I don't want to mispronounce that. Or do we know? Aquario, nice. I love the name. That's something as a caster you never know with all the players' names what to call them. But thanks to Nation for the assist, and Bonds is going to be looking for an assist of his own here, trying to center that ball. But Aquario was there. No more boost to work with. He will dump it out, and Utah will force Rutgers up into an aerial touch. Doesn't really work out, and Utah are back on the counter.
Rutgers made their first ever tournament appearance last season in the fall. Utah has never seen postseason play. They're trying to get it done for the first time this spring. They've started 1-0 far in Season 5, trying to build that resume, make it impossible for the committee to leave them out.
Yep, and here's Mike. I'm liking the purple that he's rocking with his the pearlescent paint there. It works really nicely with the gray. That shot from Brand J will be deflected wide. Now here's Aiden. He hasn't had the chance to touch the ball too much. He's probably looking to get involved. He's going to try a centering feed that deflects off of him back for NP. Looking for Aquario in the corner. Bonds will be there. Good touch here. Looking for Mike. Looking for the little give and go play. Maybe Mike towards goal. Nothing there. Brand J, no quarter given. There were two defenders there creating a wall of red. Utah will have to go back to the drawing board as Rutgers survives.
Going to have to go. That shot is good. Bonds a second. He's 2 of 4 halftime in the game one. The Utes firing on all cylinders early.
Yeah, Bonds, that's his second goal. Great shot. They are able to avoid the defense not only on the bump, but the shot avoided the defense as well. So great placement from Bonds. He got knocked right in the kisser there, but I'm sure he will happily sacrifice the body for the goal. And that is going to be a 2-0 lead here. The chat is going insane for Utah. They have some awesome support from what I'm seeing. Rutgers almost feels like they're having to play an away game here, and they've started this one a little bit flat offensively. They haven't had too many trips into the Utah half of the pitch. Utah starting to get things going. Rutgers trying to find an answer. Aquario's 50. Over to NP. He's going to call back off, looking for a little bit of assistance. Instead, it's going to be Utah taking this one over. Good challenge there. We'll let Rutgers escape, get a little bit of breathing room, try and boost up, and maybe find a way into this game offensively.
Ironically enough, Utah is the home team. Technically, I mean, again, it's another night here for the youth of Utah. Minute 40 to go. That one just high and off the crossbar. No good as Rutgers still held to nothing after 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, that's something with collegiate sports. Home field advantage, obviously very big in college, but with Rocket League, it's a little bit different. There is so much potential. Me and Nation have talked about it plenty, but we will continue to try and bring you collegiate esports as much as we can. Here's Mike, flip reset, fakes it out, goes to the ground looking for a pinch play, but NP was having none of that, and Aquario up to the ceiling. One more touch is all he's got. No more boost in the tank. NP's going to take that one away from Bonds. Mike calls himself off. Mike versus Aiden here. Aiden gets the flick over the oncoming Brand towards Aquario. Shot on target. That's finally a good sign for Rutgers. They put a shot on, force Utah to make the save. They're not quite done yet. Aiden's up to ceiling. That's a drop down right in the area of NP, but Bonds had that red all the way.
45 seconds to go. Aiden way far behind the play there. Nothing coming to fruition for the Rutgers offense. And Fox, the Huntsman Center is on fire right now. How well the Utes are playing here. As the fans are loud in chat, they're loving the early signs of a victory here with 2-0, 30 seconds to go.
I guess it is kind of early. It's like 2 p.m. in Utah right now. So, I mean, this is an early start for them, but it is a Saturday. So, definitely enjoying some Rocket League. This one's awkward as a couple players jump and miss. Mike is there to cover up and sweep that one under the rug for Utah. They survived that one, and now Brand J towards goal. Nobody's there in Rutgers. And the defense crumbling once again. It is Brand J spotting the open hole. NP just crept a little bit too far for boost there.
9 seconds now. Perfect. 4:51. Saw here. And Fox again. First game is man. They're perfect. Offense. Defense. I mean, Rutgers has had no way. Okay, there's a kickoff.
Oh, Nation. What are you doing?
I guess cursing Utah's defense, but after the kickoff, I mean, trying to trick kickoff there, I guess, and it didn't go the way they expected.
This game has been near perfect as they lose the kickoff. I'm going to blame Nation fully for that one. Utah, you guys are fine. No worries on that. It was all Nation. The commish bringing in the bad vibes. Trying to add one more. Here is the Utes. In Bonds, his shot will be wide, never destined for goal. That one touches the floor. And what would have been a shutout, but it is Utah 3, Nation 1. And Utah gets the first game on the board.
Game done. What a start. I mean, dominant. Victory option in. Gold Utah a little bit. Already up 3.
Yeah, they're rocking it. They are rocking the series much like they are rocking the quick chats right now. As Rutgers bringing out the "We got this" Aquario. They say "We got this," ready for the rebound. Utah with a hot start. Rutgers going to be looking to cool that off here on the Forbidden Temple as Aiden with a nice touch forward, forcing Mike back into his own zone. He got the boost, did not get the ball though. Rutgers takes over only for a moment as Brand J on the backboard coverage will take that away, but then get it taken away and gets it right back. Some give and go play here. One and done touches as both teams trying to find that early offensive touch. That's going to be a shot for NP. Brand J was wary to that one, and he's going to be sitting here on the backboard. That's an awkward touch, but his good buddy Bonds there to bail him out, and this one will drift wide. Rutgers looking a little bit more lively in the offensive half here so far, Nation.
If they have, also adjusted the pressure that Utah has already created here in game to almost pin it down, but the offense still is finding its rhythm. The only goal is a kickoff, so you have to be able to actually create offensive opportunities after the kickoff, and chances go your way, and that they haven't so far. 6 this one.
Nice play here by Aiden. He won the ball forward, got it past a couple defenders, opens the door for NP to a centering pass. It was really hot. In terms of speed, the Aquario couldn't quite reach it in time, but it was a good idea. NP demos Mike, leaving Bonds 1v3 here. He will get the ball knocked off of him and taken away. And he and Brand J do collide, but Rutgers not a whole lot of boost to work with. They will have to find some in the tank, which they do. And now launching a wave of red counterattack. Aiden's going to jump for this one, knocking it away from the Utes. Utah not playing with nearly as much room that Rutgers gave them in game one, finding it a lot more hard and difficult to get any real estate here. But Utah on the counterattack, it's going to be Mike looking for anything off that backboard. It was well covered.
5 to go, Bonds. by NP, sent away to Brand J, fires on target, double commit. Throw a 9 defense, nothing there. Those held to nothing. Bonds a double attempt, couldn't get back to that one. Rebound for Mike, doesn't go, and Aiden holds it off again.
Yeah, great play there from Aiden, able to keep it out. Mike had that one dialed in for the net. Now NP will force Mike into a save, try and keep him honest. NP strips the ball away from him. Aquario towards target. Brand J denies. So once again, anytime there has been a Utah goalkeeper in net, apart from the one kickoff goal, they have been making these saves. And for Rutgers, what you might have to do with some of this defensive confidence that Utah is giving you, start making the goalies a little uncomfortable. That's going to be a comfortable shot for Mike because the goalie for Rutgers was not there.
What a start to the second half for the Utes. 2:21 to go, and Mike from midfield going to bury goal number 1.
Yep, excellent play there by Mike, jumping on that loose ball out in front, able to generate a turnover with his positioning. And I was just mentioning, Rutgers are going to have to make some of these Utah goalkeepers uncomfortable, maybe with some bumps or some passes, but that is just a really well-played shot. You can generate your own chances just like we saw Mike do by being in the right spot at the right time. Now, how do Rutgers respond here? Finding themselves down once again, if you're just joining us, a 3-1 victory with the 1 goal for Rutgers coming in garbage time off of a failed kickoff strat. So Rutgers right now are searching for some offensive answers. They're looking for Aquario to find that. He's going to go to backboard. He got bumped. No double, but NP's there for the finish, and that is a great response from this Rutgers team.
First Scarlet Knight real goal of the series so far. 1:45 to go, and just now joining us, Rutgers is 0-1 already after one loss. Florida International sits unbeaten after a hurricane to Miami.
Aiden will yoink the boost away from Bonds. He's not going to have any to catch this. Now Aiden gets a feed from NP. Just like that, Nation. A little boost steal. You don't know if you'll be able to see it. Aiden steals the boost from Bonds. He can't reach the ball in time. Then Aiden uses that boost to cash in on a great feed from NP.
139, the Rutgers a quick 2-0 run. Box, things have started to turn a little bit here in game 2. 99 seconds to go. Utah now trailing. First time tonight, we'll have to create some offense of their own.
Yep, it's been a great response here from Rutgers. Now Utah, we've seen what their offense can do plenty of times. Definitely lots of chances to come back. Mike is going to have to wait to come back on the field itself. He got demoed there. And fresh off the respawn, he will clear, but it's right into the path of Aiden. His touch up, looking for Aquario's help. He's got it. But Bonds up there. Good, sturdy second man pressure here. Mike with a good save, knocking it away from NP, but Rutgers not done. They seem to be just a touch quicker. They're using each other quite well. That shot just high. Utah will survive. But right now, all the momentum has shifted into Scarlet Knight territory.
Finally have broken the pace to maybe something here, though, for Rutgers. Did get that initial bought some time and avoided some of the pressure put on by the Rutgers offense. Now under a minute to go, Utah still.
Aiden with a tough bump there. Unfortunately, did take it away from his team. It doesn't matter because NP is jumping on this loose ball. Much like we saw with Mike's goal off the ceiling, this ball is just up for grabs, and NP is the first one to take it, and what a shot from him. That placement was chef's kiss perfect for NP there. Great usage of the ceiling, and Rutgers now have completely flipped the script. We saw a 3-1 Utah victory. Now it's 3-1 for Rutgers.
30 seconds. Go on the clock is 4-goal lead, 3-goal lead, 4-1.
Aiden bringing Hatsune Miku onto the pitch as he gets the touch pass 1, touch pass 2. He's got no boost, but he uses both flips absolutely flawlessly. And that ball has been put in. What a story of 2 separate games. Utah started the series off incredible, and now it is Rutgers who have completed the next page of the story with what looks to be a victory here. Utah would need 3 goals in 15 seconds. It's not impossible, but highly improbable. As now with 10 seconds to go, Nation, it looks like we're going to be tied headed into DFH.
Fox Rutgers really stormed back here. Into game 2, it's going to be 5-1. The final, as long as this goes in, that it does. What changed for you game 2 that we didn't see in game 1 in Rutgers?
Rutgers had so much more speed at which they were operating. They used that speed to steal boost. They used that speed to generate pressure. They were able to come in waves Scarlet Knight waves of offense that just pinned Utah in and prevented them from getting any downhill momentum towards the red goal. And that is a huge difference from what we saw. We saw a clinical win for Utah in game 1. Here in game 2, Rutgers with a very assertive victory of their own.
5-0 Scarlet Knight run. After a 1-0 advantage on for Utah after the second half, but Rutgers in 5 unanswered. Utah's going to figure it out defensively, or else this could be bad again.
Yep, the Utah chants, the Utah support unwavered in chat, despite the fact that their team just dropped a match. That is awesome to see. They are ready to go, and so are the Utes as Branjay starts off the kickoff trying to generate something, but Aiden had seen enough of that. He cleared the ball. Aquario now off the backboard. This is going to be a little awkward for Rutgers. Not a lot of boost to work with. The first man, Aiden, got a great touch, though, disrupting the Utah attack, and then Aquario will finish the job of the clearance. Branjay unable to get on the end of that one. Aquario towards Aiden. He had an open chance to shoot there. Probably was not expecting that pass to beat the two defenders clean like it did. And now Utah trying to launch a counter-offensive. It had been a goal explosion there at the end of that game for Rutgers. Utah would love to find one here early and kind of stem the bleeding.
Needs to stop the run of the Scarlet Knights being 5 unanswered goals. Make that, no, it's almost 6 unanswered. A power clear. Utah defense resets pressure, buys some time defensively, and Rutgers are right back in great territory.
Great double save there from Mike. He saves it away, and then the rebound he caused, he gets back to it, and now Mike trying to generate a little bit of something in front. The Utes now needing some help from Branjay. He's there. Branjay towards the goal, up the crossbar and in. He's going to finish it. What a play there. Collects his own touch from the corner nation, and that one is a beauty.
3:46, the Utes back on top in game number. Saw an early goal in game 2, then things went south. This time, can they hold on to a lead?
Questions. That is something you see a lot in college with tests, quizzes, everything else. Lots of questions, but so far Utah has answered the question, are they done in this series? It doesn't look like it. The defense for Rutgers allowed Bonds a wide open net to shoot at, and he's able to take advantage. Aiden doesn't get the touch. The defenders probably thought that ball was going deep, but instead it is Bonds able to jump on that one. And that is something we've seen from both sides, Nation. Anytime a mistake is made, it feels like it's being punished almost right away.
Half to go, the lead doubled out to 2. Bond off the ceiling at the high 50. Line right to the corner. It's in Aquario whip in front. Mike fires on target. Will not go for 3. Aiden now clear one-on-one with Bond. Pressure still deep in Scarlet Knight territory as Utah not done on this possession just yet.
Series is looking dramatically shifty, almost like a roller coaster. It went from a very confident and almost impregnable Rutgers team last game. It's a little bit of a shaky start here. They've still got 3 minutes to operate, only down by a couple. But they have looked a little bit nervous on defense a couple times here. In game number 3, they're going to be looking to try and right that and also get on some offense of their own. But Branjay going to lead them into the corner now, as that challenge drops for Mike. Mike outweights Aiden, tries to 50 Aquario and does so nicely. And this one will pop up again. Another jump ball, not kind of really open for the taking. And this one's going to pop out for Rutgers. That's such a good shot from Aquario as he slots it between 2 defenders and the post. There's no room for error there.
Room for error at all. 2.5 minutes to go here in game. No, now we won a goal game. Rutgers finally get that response they need.
Oh, what a shot. That is a beauty from Aquario. He deserves that bubblegum pop off after that one. And now Utah right back at it with Branjay. Great read by NP. He will take away Branjay's fun. This one popped forward for Aiden. Can he find the finish? Mike is there all over that one, but the rebound's what you got to watch. Aquario's shot goes high, but Rutgers will maintain possession. They took out a player, and going for more blood that Bonds had to escape was the Rutgers offense, but here they come again. Rutgers, all of a sudden, Nation, it just, I mean, they went from looking a little bit feeble the first half of the game, now they're starting to click on all cylinders.
That was almost deep there. Utah offense go one play with this go through the upright as Rutgers hold off that one for now. With 50 to go, the Scarlet Knights have left to operate. Game 3 down a goal.
Aiden sends it up for Aquario. Good back pass. He didn't have a whole lot of boost or angle to work with. Forces a couple players on the wifty. This one, again, available, but Brand J will be the first one to it. Tries a passing play. He's got Mike there. Has to opt for corner, though. And looking up, looking for Bonds. No touch there. Aquario instead looking for Aiden, but Rutgers, not a lot of boost in the tank to work with on that exchange. They will have to go back and play some defense. Bonds on the respawn after the demo. In the backfield, now Mike. And there goes Mike. Some good bump plays here for both teams. Bonds has won the ball. That's an open goal to shoot at. Utah are going to strike again. And it was the pass from Bonds that beats not one, but two. And Utah will finish that one with Brand J.
Brand J almost messed that one up a bit long to shoot that on target. 7 seconds to go. The lead has doubled to one. Back to now the Scarlet Knights. 7 seconds to work with. By multiple. Game 3 has been on their way defensively. Utah's finally kind of broken through the pressure that Rutgers created in Game 2. They figured out a way to adjust and it paid off.
Yeah, it's been really incredible, the different stories that we've seen evolve in this series. Neither team feels like they are in full control, because as soon as you start to kind of move downhill in game momentum, it's taken right away by your opposition. That's what it feels like, at least in Utah now. Right back to where they left off. It is Mike, and what a shot from him. And that is going to be another assist for Bonds. 2 helpers on the most recent 2 goals, helping to widen the gap between the Utes and the Scarlet Knights.
Well, having a dominant game of their own. 4-1 now, 30 second play here. Last game, Rutgers went 5-1. Now Utah, hugely dominant game again, like we saw in Game 1.
Yep, the chat going crazy. Every time there's a Utah goal out of the corner of my eye, I could just see the chat start bouncing. And that has got to feel good for any players who have the stream open maybe on the side, or if they watch the VOD, they are seeing that support. And right now, thanks to your support and their phenomenal play here in Game 3, they are going to earn a chance to end this series on Game 4. Bonds with one more for the road. That is just cheeky and classy.
Seconds left. The fans are feeling it in chat box 2-0, and it's 5-1. They matched this Game 2 deficit.
What a little pickup and scoop up over the defense by Bonds. That was just a filthy goal. And 5-1 game in one direction, 5-1 game in the other. It is not over yet. I mean, we've seen this game and this series be turned on its head a couple times so far, but Rutgers, that is a game you will want to forget. Utah with a short-term memory when it came to Game 2. And now Rutgers is going to have to do the same with Game 3.
I almost had to prove yourself if you're Rutgers. You're trying to avoid another loss added on record. It caused 2 double match points. Scarlet Knights 4-5.
It's going to definitely, I think it is really going to depend on the first goal, because it feels like, you know, Utah, they scored first in that game and then they kind of took off. Rutgers got the first goal in Game 2. Actually, I believe Utah got the first goal in Game 2, but you really want to see, if you are a team who are on your back foot, you want to score first and break through the nerves that you're feeling now that you're on series points. So if you score first, you might be able to settle into your game a little bit more. We'll have to see. It's kind of hard to gauge, Nation, because these two teams have gone back and forth almost like rock'em sock'em robots.
Rutgers in the past, they've been a offensive style of a team at its tournament past. They've damaged the tournament. They've played very good, very closely. Caused a couple of close runs, not far though, and they've never seen postseason play right. I really think that for them, this is their best shot of it. They've got a dang good chance as things have started. One for the.
Oh, great play by Aquario. He's going to dump this ball in deep, steal the boost away, did not get possession. Bonds gets the ball, but he's out of boost. And thankfully his momentum carried through with NP. Otherwise, maybe a outnumbered chance for Rutgers the other way. That double tap attempt from Aquario almost worked out. He was just a little bit too high with that one. Otherwise, it's 1-0 early on, a stylish goal. But we remain scoreless. Now it's NP. Calls off for Aquario. Going up. Nice 50 there, but some good defense. Solid defense by Utah. Every time we see a Utah player, they don't have too much boost to work with, but they're able to control the ball so well. That doesn't necessarily matter every time.
We have a choreo up high, Mike. We'll hold that one off for now. Some half gone. Rutgers still after a 5-0 run from close to 5-1 run for the Ute. There's a couple of blowouts. Or that's close. First 15 minutes.
Brand J rocking a new Finnick there. Looked like he changed his preset, trying to feel something a little different. Bonds escaping away from that one. He can't escape the demo, though. NP also takes a bite out of Aiden there as well, as NP was just a wrecking crew blowing through. He does escape with the ball, but lost it in the end. Utah now in the form of Mike. Pass play infield to Bonds. They connect the dots, and Rutgers just doesn't have an answer, as it is the give and the go with Mike and Bonds.
A 1-2 play there, and Aquario left on no man. Got put right behind him. He almost was back in trying to really backflip save that ball, but it's still 4 to play with a 1-0 lead back in the hand of Utah.
A great play from them. They're going to have to get back here. Not a lot of boost to work with for the Utah side. They're going to have to watch that. Aiden down towards goal. It's in front for Aquario. The pace of that ball took it across goal mouth too quick. Aiden couldn't finish, but Rutgers tries to come knocking once again. Aiden will have to play fetch in his own corner, but Brand J making it tough. Aiden up to the task of backboard defense. Mike will lose this ball in the corner. It's going to be Aiden up next. Looking, trying to drop it down. He couldn't, but the ball's still there and available. Aquario on the touch, finds NP, and that's a connection. We've seen 2 excellent passing plays from both teams, and we are tied.
Rutgers is going to tie things up to 27 on the clock, and a quick response this time for the Charlotte Knights. Saw a fast response. Game 3 before got bad for Charlotte Knights. So no panic if you saw here. A lot of fans got support this afternoon, but in this series, far from more.
This game tied at 1, just over 2 minutes to go. Aiden with a nice touch over 1, could not stay with it though. And Brand J will clear it out. NP, the only one there for a minute. He will get the ball, but Brand J closed the gap, able to make things awkward. Rutgers trying to get the ball out. They do it with Aiden. Aiden has been very quick to a lot of balls this series. He has been an excellent choice if you are Rutgers to let him play first man and generate a lot of chances, but now you have to get back and play some defense. It's NP reaching his hand in, makes the save.
That was almost Rutgers gave the ball back to Utah, and they weren't quite set in the rotations. Offense 90 seconds in. Oh, I mean, clock's already different for Rutgers. Finally, Justin, we've got a close game.
Yeah, Rutgers have gotten their sea legs once again, and we have been seeing both teams operate with some great plays with each other. They're not afraid to make these plays, even in a high-pressure situation like a series point that is available here for the Utes. NP leaves that one for Aquario. His shot, that one, a whifty there, gives Brand J a chance to escape. Gets it over 1 to Bonds. What a save! Aquario having to reach forward. That's the play I'm talking about. These teams not afraid to use each other. The trust they have in each other is really showing here as the intensity of the series begins to boil near its peak.
Final minute to go. Brand J up top. The dunk, no good. Crossbar down and out. Aquario spin that one off for now. 45 to play. And I gotta ask, is there any Rutgers fans in chat joining us this afternoon? I haven't seen any support for the Charlotte Knights yet.
I am seeing some support of you turning up the volume of your mic. I have not seen any support for Rutgers as of yet. But this one, passed down. Utah trying to get it past, but Rutgers able to keep them out. The Scarlet Knights, that's so dangerous. It's in front. Great touch by Aiden. The rebound touched away again. Aiden standing tall when his team needed him the most. And they do survive. Do the Scarlet Knights. This one's out of the corner, put up off the backboard. Do they have a moment here trying to force game 5? It's Aquario. He'll lose the ball looking for Brand J. Aiden, not much to be had there, but NP keeps it up. Here's Bonds. Next one to it is Aquario. That touch is down towards the ground, but kept up again. Rutgers not wanting to let this ball die. And finally, Mike says, enough of this. We'll go to kickoff.
Overtime. In the game number 4, so Utah can win this thing with the next goal. And Mike off the corner, and Chad is also, is the Mike Good again as
Oh.
Bonds fires wide. It should be good. I was a little far away, I think.
Yep, help our good buddy Nation out. How's his volume? Hopefully that's good. My microphone's also a little loud, so it might be a little bit my fault too. But either way, game 4 overtime. If the Utah Utes pull out a victory, they win the series. If Rutgers wins, we head to Champions Field game 5, winner take all. And the way that these two teams have been playing, I would personally love to see both of them go at it one more time with one win, meaning the series win. But that would take a Rutgers victory. No favoritism here, though. Utah very much in control right now on series point. NP forcing Mike to turn him away at the doorstep. But Aquario right back the other way. The flick up and over one hits crossbar. And Brand J, stout and sturdy, able to clear it away.
Mike off the left wall, met by Aquario, broken up by the Utah defense. Opportunity for NP to Aquario, couldn't get there. No, the shot's good. We're going to game 5.
I don't know if that was meant to be a pass. I think he was ready to fire away at that open goal. It ends up being kind of a miscue, but Aquario was on it. And that ends up being a beautiful touch forward. And we do have game 5 as Rutgers able to get the victory in overtime 2-1. That's something that we've seen. We've not seen much of this series, Nation. It has been a close game like that. One goal headed to overtime. You can see as that pressure kind of mounts on both sides, we're starting to see a little bit of closer gameplay.
Finally got a close and got to overtime too, and Rutgers came away victorious and both teams a couple of really good passing plays, and Rutgers winner.
Every single goal was assisted very nicely. I mean, you had the give and go early for Utah. You had the touch from on NP. Aquario, basically a handoff, and then a favorable shot miss that ended up being a pass for the game winner. That defense is really locked in for both teams. It took great passing plays on both sides to get the goals that carried through that game, and you only saw 3 of them. So both teams are really locked in right now. Game 5, winner take all, Champions Field Nation. That's why I wanted to see it with these two teams locked in. Who wants it more?
One game more to go. 5 minutes on the clock. Rutgers saw do or die. This would be a huge win for Rutgers if Utah can put together a quality resume later on through the course of the year. But again, they're trying to remain unbeaten here in week 1. Is another real track all the way to Selection Monday.
Mike, 50's back for Brand J. He's got the touch up and over one, but Aiden's right there to close that gap. Good play there. Brand J gets wiped off the pitch, off camera. He will be back on the respawn. He's actually got ball from said respawn. Carries it forward, but only as far as NP, who turns him away at the door. Now Rutgers, not much to be had there. Again, both teams keeping things difficult on the opposition. And a touch here from NP, guided to the corner safely. But now Utah, with a little bit of room to operate. Bonds with boost. Mike just picked some up as well. However, that's going to be a turnover on possession. Rutgers clears only as far as Mike reads it off the ceiling, turned away again. And this is what we were looking for, Nation. A good battle of attrition on both sides.
In it early too. Minute 15 off the clock, and Rutgers defense has adjusted well. I mean, they made the adaptations. They got a big win in game 4. Utah's offense has been stifled a little bit in the last minute and a half or so. Of again, there's still a lot of clock to go. Utah's had their looks they like, but got to be more efficient down the stretch.
Shot on target, ushered away by Bonds with a good save. He misses the follow-up attempt. Brand J will touch it up and over the crossbar. Mike keeping it in a dangerous area, but he saw Bonds was there. And I feel like in a game like this, with how the intensity is turned up and how both teams are playing, it's going to take either a mistake from a team or a really good outplay from a team. I don't know how many freebies you're going to get, so it's going to definitely take one or the other to see what's going to break through as we have 2 minutes of scoreless game 5 so far. Brand J up to this one. A little bit of a hole in the defense there that is closed off by 2 Rutgers players, but the Scarlet Knights not quite out of danger yet. Some housekeeping to do on their back wall, but Aquario does it well.
Go back across midfield, halftime approaching. In the game 5, NP left alone. Utah chance to strike here. Opportunity for Brand J. Will go for 1.
Yep, that is what you're looking for. The opening created here. as Bonds' touch. NP just couldn't quite find it. Ends up being an outnumbered chance. Aiden not only has to worry about demo, he has to worry about shot, and the multitask there was too tall of an effort with a shot that powerful. Utah strike first with about half a game still to play.
Off the kickoff, Brande, almost a chance there. Bonds will take his turn at going high. Aquario might touch towards the corner. Now in the second half, if you're Rutgers, you're trailing, but what do you got to change down the stretch here, Bucks?
That's a good demo. That's a good start right now, Utah. Now with the lead, they can play a little bit more conservatively. Of course, they're going to go right back to offense. That pass to Brande sent just high on the shot attempt, and Aquario will clear. You got to make this Utah team feel uncomfortable, because when they are locked into their rotations, they're very difficult to beat in terms of shot on their goal. Shots on their goal, that is. And then Bonds going forward towards goal. Aiden will knock it out. Only as far as Mike, though. Mike to the ceiling, gets his own touch. Maybe a double tap. No, Aquario said enough of that nonsense. Rebound, though, in front. Aiden has to reach in. Rutgers, they're surviving. But right now, offensively, they are not thriving.
Barely holding on to with no boost to work with. There's a good clear finally that they'll leave some time to recollect themselves with the category, but seconds to play. Rutgers still trailing. Need something to go soon before it gets out of reach of Utah strikes once more.
Yep, here's Aiden reaching his helping hand in, trying to keep the ball in deep. Bonds will usher it back to the midfield line. Up for Aquario now. Aquario, time to get it under Mike. The chance in front for Aiden, tipped away just barely. That one looked maybe destined for goal. It might still be Mike turning this one away. That was never on target. But Rutgers not done yet. This is the downhill approach that we've seen from the Scarlet Knights, where they take wave after wave of pressure. They're getting demos. They keep the ball hemmed in deep, but Utah given just a sniff of open field, and they escape it. But when Rutgers gets like that, Utah will find it difficult to defend. They did so well. Now they will have to defend again.
Aiden over the middle, no double. He's killed in action. That shot is good, and be able to tie things up. 31 seconds. That shot looked a little high, but it did kind of rally through.
Redemption, thy name is NP, able to reciprocate for his mistake early on in Game 5 that led to an outnumbered chance that gave Utah the goal. He gets it right back, erases that right away. We've got a brand new ball game. 30 seconds left in Game 5. Who is going to be the hero for their team? I feel like the next goal, no matter when or who it comes from, Nation, is going to win this series.
Next goal is the last goal. Unless there's like a goal in the next 5 seconds, barring some magic in the last couple of seconds, and the next goal 100% out at this point. Maybe the last one you see.
Brande trying to make a moment for he and his team. He will get it knocked right off of him by NP. Held in deep by Utah. No one is going to be able to catch that other than Bonds, but he will get it knocked right off of him. It touches the ground. We have got second straight overtime game, tied at 1, just like we saw in Game 4. It's crazy to think that we had 2 goals where we saw 6 goals for both these teams, and then we saw 2 games where it's only been a 2-1 decisive victory.
Still there, back for Bonds, fires, no good. Now Aiden left alone. Brande keeps the ball in play in the meantime for the Utah offense, and finally breakaway clear will go through, and again nothing there for Rutgers. Back to Mike. Snap shot didn't go. Rutgers still feeling the pressure. The Utah offense.
Yeah, these passing plays for Utah starting to make Rutgers sweat just a little bit. Brande takes a demo there as the momentum carried the player through him. And now Aquario to the sideboard, double tap. Not much really doing there, as there are 2 Utah players there, but neither player could really maintain possession. Mike will have to lend a helping hand, clear that one out, but NP right back on it. Brande gives it away to 2 players, but that's a double commit. So now Rutgers is going to have to get back into their own territory as Mike will clear forward for Bonds. Takes out a player, Mike, infield, Brande, the shot on target, Aquario, a series-saving save, but Utah's not done. Another chance, turned away by Aiden.
Hey, back to midfield, off target NP, off the save, sent up by Mike, broken up by NP. Bonds, so still in control. That one quickly broken up. Now Brande going to go high for a double for the win. The drop down, no good. Aquario and NP double commit. Rebound, double commit.
No.
Utah offense broken up again. That was very lucky for the Rutgers defense. They both win at that.
Oh, a mistake matched with a mistake. I feel like that is what bailed Rutgers out, that team bump. Otherwise, that double commit left a lot of open space in front of that red goal. However, Utah unable to capitalize, and now they'll have to get back and play a little defense. The first one to it is going to be Bonds, only just barely above Aquario. NP drop down. No one's there. It hits the post. Held out, and the Utah Utes survive. Another close call. Both teams are inches away from ending this one, Nation.
Extremely good chances. Maybe something here for NP. The demo is good. Rutgers takes it in 5.
Oh, Bonds got absolutely blitzed here by NP. He dribbles it forward, takes Bonds out of the game, and NP will finish that one with the punctuation point. Rutgers University faced down not one but two potentially series-ending games, and they win both 2-1 in overtime. Not only close games, but in overtime as well. They clutch up, they ice up, and Rutgers walks away victorious.
We're going to go to a break as Rutgers, Utah in the game 5. When we come back, the Coyotes of South Dakota take on Long Beach State after the break.